What up, y'all? Appreciate you showing up, hanging out, listening to my dumb ass. Like and subscribe. So, I tell you what, I've never seen such a shift in the industry like it has happened this generation. This generation's been special. And it's kind of been like a slow, gradual type of change that if you aren't paying attention, if you're not looking for the signs, you will miss it because you're just listening to the words that people are saying, but ignoring the reality of the situations, fiscally and hearts and minds and all these things. Now, that's the broader kind of feeling or sense I have for the industry right now. Just speaking about Xbox versus PlayStation. But in that war, if you will, in that discussion, we will have this point right now, which will be repeated. It has happened before many times, and it will happen again because of how the industry has shifted. What I'm talking about Death Stranding 2. Supposed to be an exclusive. Now, when you say that, it's an exclusive for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, right? Boom. I like, yay, it's an exclusive. I don't even know if it's on PC. It doesn't matter. Yay, it's an exclusive. And PlayStation has 80 million souls, so says the fanboys and the ponies and the duck unicorns, because they just love a high number, even though it means nothing and it's not actually that number. But whatever, let them have their dreams. Let them imaginate on things. Death Stranding 2 has been out for about a month and a half, and Circana, formerly known as MPD, what's his name? Riccatello? Mike Riccatello? That guy Riccatello, whatever. He posts stuff on Blue Sky all day long. A lot of charts. The newest charts that he's been posting are of monthly MAUs, which is, I don't know if that's an acronym, MAU, of monthly active users, right? So the MAUs are tracked because that's what these companies and corporations are but that's what they're using as a metric for engagement, success, predicting the amount of money that they could possibly make, all these things. And, the list has its regulars, obviously, Call of Duty, Minecraft, Fortnite, Roblox, all those things, right? A couple of sports games, FIFA probably is on FC Club and everything else. And so what wasn't on the top 15 of the month, I think it was the full month that Death Stranding 2 was out, motorcycle. Death Stranding was not on that list. Death Stranding was not on the top 15 of MAUs, which is people didn't play it, which is bad because you could be like, oh, well, that's not sales. It doesn't matter because the MAUs would indicate the actual number, with the actual important number. Like, you can have however many sales. I mean, that's fine and that's money, sure. But MAUs is more important because you get more money from MAUs, because if you have, skins to buy and all this stuff, the DLC, that's more of a thing. That's more of a revenue stream than saying, oh, you sold it once and never again will you find any more money and such. But Sony themselves has said that MAUs is what they're going to use as a metric. They were doing using console unit sales as a metric, but they were moving on to MAUs. Microsoft said that years before. Once again, Sony is following the leader. May not be considered the market leader, but they're the leader in something because Sony keeps copying. I mean, we can all say, yeah, Sony's third party, Helldivers 2, but you know what I'm saying. You look at the history of the behavior of PlayStation and Xbox. Xbox does it first, Sony copies it. Xbox does it first, Sony copies. You wouldn't have trophies if it wasn't for Xbox achievements. You wouldn't have a hard drive in your console day one if it wasn't for Xbox. And I know you say, oh, Final Fantasy had a console, had a hard drive on the PlayStation 2. That's an add-on. That doesn't count. I'm talking about when you buy the box, day one, hard drive. Day one, Ethernet port. PlayStation didn't have that. They bit. PlayStation 3 came out, they bit. That's what they do. For years, they've been biting. And if y'all just don't just ignore it, y'all can do that, but it's still a fact. So, that being said, you look at what Microsoft's doing. They went third party hard, and they're getting paid hard. You look at the list of the MAUs, there's 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 29 Microsoft games on there. Okay, that's an exaggeration. There's probably, I think there's 6. Might be 7. I gotta check it again. But I mean, Call of Duty, Minecraft, I think was Elder Scrolls, I think was on there too. I'm already forgetting the rest of them. But yeah, at least 3. But there's more. So I'm like, how can you sit here and think that PlayStation is A, the market leader, which I don't think they are anymore, but whatever, semantics. And B, look at the evidence. Death Stranding 2 didn't even show up on the list, MAUs. You know, there's something else? PlayStation's not bragging about how many copies Death Stranding 2 has sold. I wonder why. Because it probably didn't sell that much. Because that's the only thing they care about. Unit sales. They switched to MAUs and expect it to magically be a big number. No. You have to make games that people want to play, A. I'm not saying Death Stranding 2 is a bad game. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that the first one was meh. A lot of people didn't like it. Some people did. But I didn't. I started it. I was like, and I stopped. I said, I can't. This is not the type of game I want to play. There's reasons for that. That is, it's not specific to me, but it is in that sense. But it wasn't a general audience. Oh snap, that's the best game ever. It wasn't their Spider-Man, if you will. It wasn't their Star Wars. Don't forget Concord, the worst failure in the history of video games. Thank you, Sony. Never forget. And the fact that it didn't show up, it's just like, I mean, you can praise Kojima all day long, Jeff Keighley. You could praise, you could say he's the best. Oh, I love it. You could give it a 10 out of 10 or whatever the scores got. But if it don't show up on the chart, then it's all for naught. You know what I'm saying? But that's all good. There's no excuse for the failure that is Death Stranding 2. So now, guaranteed, of course, I'm saying this now, that it will be on Xbox. Because they need first of all, it's a Kojima game, right? He probably had some deal with Sony saying, yeah, it's going to be exclusive for however long, a year, whatever. It's definitely coming to Xbox. If it hasn't showed up on the MAUs for PlayStation, and he's of course he's putting it on Xbox. He's put the first one on Xbox, so the precedent is there, and the engine works on Xbox just fine. I was playing it, I didn't have no issues. So yeah, it's coming to Xbox. So if it comes to Game Pass, I'll try it out, but it's like I said, it's not my type of game. I'm like, meh. And yeah, but once again, I'm gonna keep this one short. It is an indication. You have to look at what's going on. Like, okay, they say, the pony's not going to say, oh, we got 80 million consoles sold, blah, blah, blah. Like, what does that mean, though? Your games don't show up on the chart for MAUs. So, you can have 100 million console sale. If nobody's playing your games, oops. I mean, something ain't right. Your model of business is broken. And that's why PlayStation is full party and PlayStation is dead. And I may go into PlayStation is dead actually more in another video, but not this one, because I want to keep it short because it's hot out here. It's hot out here. You see the sweat? That's not sweat, that's my shirt. Anyway, I appreciate Appreciate you showing like and subscribe. Hit me up in the comments below. Let me know what you think about Death Stranding 2 Electric Boogaloo. It's not. It's being a ghost. Nobody knows where it's at. I don't know. It's not showing up on any charts. So we'll see how much it sold. I don't know how we're going to find out because Sony don't want to say no low numbers. They just want to make up fake ones. And yeah, just let me know what y'all think, man. And I'll talk to y'all on the next one. Till the wait.